All right, Eric, what makes a rare man?
High value, rare man. Okay, a rare man is not just defined by his talent or his skill. Let me just start there. Plenty of people have talent, but that's not what sets you apart. What truly makes, I think, a man rare is that unwavering commitment to the highest standards. They do what others won't, long after most have quit. They stand by their values and their convictions when it's uncomfortable, when it's unpopular, when it goes against the grain of mainstream. Rare men speak truth, even when it's convenient or risky. They have the courage to defend what's right, to stand up for innocence, to live with conviction. These are the people who don't just live with standards, they are the standard. They act with integrity, whether or not someone is watching. And they constantly choose to do the right thing, no matter what the cost. So this is a high value man. Now, what separates them even further is their decisiveness. They make decisions, they call the shots without hesitation. When they say they're gonna do something, hear me on this, they do it. They follow through, period. They do not waver or fritter away from their time. It's a valuable asset and they recognize that. They do not say one thing and then renege the next day and do another. They say they're gonna do something, they do it. Gentlemen, do you hear me speaking right now? I see this constantly in people who claim to be high value, but they crumble when it's time to act. Rare men do not blow in the wind. They stand tall and their word is their bond. They stand tall with their commitments. Their handshake means something. In fact, it means everything. They don't seek validation from the crowd. Their confidence comes from within. It's rooted in a deep understanding of their purpose. They have so much demand, in fact, and they bleed everywhere they go. And for that reason, they are incredibly selective with their time, their energy, and their presence. When you have that kind of demand and you're that valuable, you have to be. A rare person doesn't overexpose themselves. They create demand by being present when it matters most. A rare man is an old soul that loves his family. He cherishes his grandparents. He has respect for elders and those that came before him. A rare man studies history. He seeks truth in everything he does. He makes decisions based on logic, reason, facts, truth, and gut instinct. He stays away from drama, and he can spot a red flag from a mile away. He knows that the small red flags are likely 10 times worse than the red flag would suggest. He sees through phony, lies, and fake. He can smell toxic people, and he avoids them like the plague. And if he must play the game and deal with toxic people, he will checkmate them and bury them quickly. He knows that people can change, and he inspires them to do so, but he's also well aware that most won't. He's turned off by poor me's, victims, and whiny people who always have problems going on. A rare man is driven by bringing solutions to the problem, and they think deeply about the problem that they are fixing. They crave knowledge. Rare men crave knowledge. They want to know more. They think deeply about everything. They are always curious about how things work. Rare men are students to the game. They seek to always learn from the people that have knowledge to give, from the people that are doing what they want to do. A rare man is never better than you. He's never better than anybody, but he's always searching for people that are better than him. The relationships that rare men seek are with high-value humans that are light years above them. A rare man seeks relationships out that are valuable at all times, and then he bleeds his own value. He will always work for free for them, and he expects nothing in return. And most importantly, a high-value man is not afraid to challenge the status quo. They stand up for the innocence that is being assaulted by evil in real time. They fight for what is right, and they do the little things when nobody is watching. That status quo that I always talk about, that high value men are constantly fighting? These are built-in convictions that are not swayed by the latest trends or public opinion or by mainstream. These are people that have grit and they live with purpose, and that moral conviction is flexed in everything they do. They fight for what they believe in, and beneath all their actions, all their principles, all their standards is an undeniable character shaped out of the pain and the deep personal bond and love that they have for God. And that is what strengthens the foundation that a high value man, a rare man, walks on. And that is what keeps his core and his ego in check. His confident humbleness and the pursuit of greatness is led by his purpose and his desire to impact and make a real difference in the world. That is what makes a man rare. They don't just follow the path, they carve it.